Okay, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this Forex Trading Asia daily currency call. So this is the currency call where you will get market economic updates, key support resistance levels, trade ideas, and more. So this webinar is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. We will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So a disclaimer here, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Yeah, so let's get things started. So yeah, we're going to get things started on the economic developments in the Forex market. So in an hour or so, RBA will be releasing their rate statement. So today we are with Jin Dao Tai, founder of LCMS Traders, a multi-million-dollar trader trading an account with more than US $30 million on a daily basis. He is also an international speaker where he speaks in countries like Hong Kong, UK, US, Australia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Indonesia, sharing his views about the FX market. Yeah, so Jin, what are your thoughts about the RBA rate statement due to be released soon? Jin.
Hey, Chinwei. So, we spoke about the Aussie dollar and the New Zealand dollar yesterday, with the expectation that we might see, although we're going to see the RBA not change rates, holding it at 0.1%, attention is going to be pushed to the rate statement, looking at what could be the attitude from the RBA about the Aussie dollar. Slight revision, I don't think it will move up as much as we spoke about yesterday. I think that at this point right now, with the Aussie dollar sitting at the 7637 level, we've seen that upward move hitting the 7666 resistance. I think that we might actually see a little bit of a downward move as the US dollar strength does come into play, with a level of stability coming around from the Reserve Bank. We might see some move on the Aussie dollar, but I think the downside move might come into a little bit more of a reference at this point.
Okay, yeah. So in short, RBA pay attention to the rate statements and the attitude of the rate statements. So we are gonna jump right into the currency focus today, which is the euro. So Jin.
All right, good to do that. Just as I was talking about the Aussie dollar, just a quick reference here to the charts. Yesterday we spoke about the Aussie dollar on the H4 time frame, expecting it to break above the 7666 resistance towards the 7730. With what we saw on the US dollar short-term weakness last night discussed during the coaching sessions, now looks like it's rejecting the 766 resistance. I think that we might actually see from this point the part two of that trade coming into US dollar strength, possibly heading lower. But the focus today, let's look at what could happen for the euro dollar. Looking at the news here on Forex Trading Asia, today, Tuesday, we do not have that many euro news coming out. The euro unemployment rate expected to hold at 8.1%, but unemployment numbers in the eurozone is pretty much something that we overlook a little bit because it doesn't have too much of an impact. There's too many countries in consideration. So, the unemployment rate doesn't have too much of an impact on the euro dollar. Looking into later into the week, we do have a whole range of PMI numbers coming for the eurozone tomorrow on Wednesday afternoon. The Spanish, Italian, and French, German services PMI numbers all being released at about 3 o'clock here. But these are probably going to have very, very minor or little impact on the euro dollar. Look at the eurozone composite PMI numbers or the Eurozone services PMI numbers as a whole rather than individual countries. So at 48.8 previously, expected to hold at 48.8, we might actually see a little bit of a downward move, some weakness coming around for the Eurozone, primarily because Germany is extending their lockdown. France is introducing another level of lockdown. We're seeing possibly, services number being reduced again further into the next month on the services PMI. So I think that we might see a slight upset for the services PMI holding below, possibly holding below 48.8 at this point. And then on Thursday, we have some Eurozone numbers coming, or some German numbers coming out, possibly not going to affect prices too much. And then we have on Friday, no Euro numbers. So the main news at this point right now is still back to what could happen tomorrow. Personally, I'm looking at a possible upset in terms of the services PMI numbers. So what this translates to in the charts here, looking at the euro dollar on the H4 time frame, we've seen that big downward move over the couple of weeks, consolidating, moving lower, and then now slightly bouncing off that consolidation. We were talking about a possible fake move breaking above 1.1781. I think that we might see over today the euro dollar come lower, testing lower, possibly breaking that 1.1781 now support level, with a possible bad services PMI number coming out tomorrow. I think the likelihood or the potential trade idea here will be to look for that selling opportunity downwards on the euro dollar below 1.1781, about 1.1765. Keep your stop loss quite tight at 30 pips. Take profit at 60 towards the previous low, last week's low point. Relatively safe trade given a bad data coming from the euro dollar. So zooming in a little bit here, you can see breaking that support level of 1.1781, 30 pip stop loss, 60 pip take profit level. We're possibly looking at a 1:2 risk reward ratio there. But as we look at the euro dollar, considering the euro pound as well, we see it sitting now at the 8495 level. The 8495 level, as it's moving, as it broke below and now it's bouncing back up into that now resistance level. Despite the euro dollar possibly pushing lower, this could actually result in the euro pound sitting at this 8495 resistance level or now support level. Probably what could push this prices significantly lower or bounce back up from this point will be how the pound dollar moves. I'll tell you more about the pound dollar tomorrow as we look at that in focus, but possibly more downside for the pound dollar. If we do see that downside, we could actually see further upside for the euro pound. So when you're trading the euro pound, make sure you consider both the euro dollar and the pound dollar to translate to how the euro pound could be moving.
Okay, thank you, Jin, for the short and sharp analysis on euro. Yeah, and with Daniel with the trade summary on the chat. So looking at a possible sell trade for euro PMI coming in tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm just gonna open the questions for the floor to see if anybody have any questions to the people attending the webinar. While you guys are thinking of questions, I'm going to pass the time now to Daniel to talk a little about LCMS traders on how they help traders trade better. Daniel.
Okay, thanks, Junwei. So great. So I'm going to talk a lot about LCMS traders. I can talk hours and hours here. Okay. However, I will talk about the chat rooms, and I'll talk more about it tomorrow. This is really, in LCMS traders, Why we started in 2014. We have so many traders like yourself going from, completely confused, unprofitable to actually understanding the market and be profitable. So what we do in LCMS Traders Club? Let me share with you what happened. What did we do yesterday night? Now, yesterday night, Monday, is a live webinar where we guide you through the current market conditions and how do we look forward to make money profits together. Now, you can see here on Monday, we already put out for LCMS Traders Club members. Go inside, and if you missed it, it was a fabulous night yesterday where we talk about what happened last week. Will impact the market this week. More explanation on a lot of the trade ideas, what went right, what went wrong, what can we learn from it, and then looking through the economic calendars, and what Jean went through that, what economic calendars, what kind of economic data could impact the forex market, and how do we prepare this week? How do we trade this week? Now, no, we don't just give you. We had group coaching sessions last night. Now, through the group coaching sessions, we went through all the charts. We tried to develop the trading plans, explain even more in detail than this morning, how Jean talks about it in the details of why would there be a possible moves, coaching, asking questions, a lot of interactions between the members and the coaches here on what could move. If, like, for example, if the US dollar strengthened, which pairs do we look at, why, and what possible price to enter, and then is there any fake moves, why could there be possible fake moves, and many more. Right, so we talk a lot of group coaching, and a lot of members have benefit from it. Okay, so so if you are already not as a member, you should come and join here. So much more interactions in the club. Okay, so how do you join? This club membership is really, and you can access all these things for a limited time frame period only. Just go to tradersclub.com, lcms.com.sg. Really, it's only $199 a year, which is $1 a day. So, but this is without the doubt the very least you can do if you are really serious about trading forex in the market. You want to achieve your best in trading. This price, well, it's really very worth it for you. Now, bear in mind, this price can change anytime. So go ahead and join the $199 a year, less than $1 a day, and make sure you get on board now before any price changes comes in. Okay, so come in and benefit from us. Okay, so that's all from LCMS Traders Club. We'll talk about the platform tomorrow. Bye.
All right, thank you, Daniel. Yeah, I don't see any questions coming in, so we'll keep this session short. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the pound currency analysis. Thank you for joining our call today. Goodbye.